All right, this afternoon I'm doing some work on David's AC control head and his Gray Limited over there. What we have is first of all, we have a broken lever. This actually sits in the heater box, and here's where it's broken. Not sure what happened there. It could be from the Gorilla Grip effect, or it could be from something getting in the door. But lucky for him, I do have one parts car and I was able to get it out of it without breaking it. I'm actively looking for this part. I think it is reproduced by somebody. Well, we have the control head out, which is really simple. You unsnap this from the heater box, you unplug that from under the glove box, you unplug this from up under the dash, stick your hand up in there and you'll find it, and you unplug these from behind the heater box. This is where the vacuum comes in from the engine, and it is distributed by the switches. So this switch here is a switch that does the temperature. AC, vent, defrost, whatever. This one here is a switch that selects it from, actually they both do temperature, but the bottom one does the temperature from cold to hot, which is what was broken on his. And this one selects the mode, so I take that back. So the mode. So there's our mode switch. You can see it. And then our temperature switch right here, I'll flip it over. On the top is right there. There's not much to see, but it moves a little bit. See if I can find it. There it is, it moves. Doesn't move much, but it moves. Okay, so I'm going to replace all these while I got it apart because they're notorious for drying out and going bad. The electrical switches seem to hold up pretty good. 2387, February 3rd, 1987. And while I'm there, I'm going to stick a new light bulb in it, and I'm going to put all this stuff back together. And I will pick up with hooking it back up inside the vehicle. Alright, so scratch that. Here's some more information. You can see that there's the back of the switches. They have those cute little clips. A lot of times they break, but when they don't, that's good. Use some pliers like that to gently pull them off. So now you can see all the available vacuum ports at the back and on the temp selector. These will only go on one way, so they're pretty user friendly. So these are 1/4 inch bolts, and I'm going to change those out now. Okay, so new versus old. The white is the old, the black is the new. Notice it has like a little plastic tit there. Make sure you key that plastic tit down there in that cam, otherwise it won't work. Same thing here, you want to key this in. That little nub needs to go in this silver piece. Okay, so here I am getting ready to put it back in the hornet's nest down there. That is the radio. Up there, where that white little thing is, that's the actual blend door. This piece here is going to slide up in there. I'm going to have to put the camera down to put it back in, but you'll see. Okay, there it is. We don't want to break that off. Alright, so we got the vacuum lines are hooked back up. You can see it's self-explanatory. The colors match up. They'll only go on one way again. You can also split that connection if you would like to verify if you ever have questioning whether you have vacuum coming into the car from the engine or not. You can hear it hiss. You can feel it. Pretty simple check. Above it is the plug off the back of the control head, and then above that is the cable, which snaps into the box, which now moves the blend door. So that's hot, and that's cold, and anywhere in between for your temperature. The actual cable there that you see moving, that's actually available. I found that on Gbody's site. I think this arm is available too. I just haven't found that yet, but I'm digging. So there should be no reason the air conditioner should not work, or vents, or whatever you want to call it. Yep, I got vents. Got floor. And I got defrost. Okay, so that's inside the car. We're good to go here. Outside the car, here's some items of note. That's just a blower motor resistor for all the speeds that are below high. Look down in there, you can see the AC evaporator. It just sits down in there and it gets cooled by the flow. There's your ground, which I'm going to try and make a little bit better for this motor. There's my power for the motor, purple wire. Here's the relay that controls the high speed only, and you can see that bad boy there has gotten hot. So I've got some work to do there. And then lastly, if the blower works on every speed but high, it's either this relay, that wire, or this connection right here. This connection here gets hot and they melt and they pull out. Casper's does have a pigtail. This one here is not, so I'm just going to take it apart and I'm going to put it with some dielectric grease here, put it back together, and he should be good to go. So there's a little overview of how the HVAC system on not just a turbo Buick, but pretty much any G-body works, unless you have the C68, which is the electronic. But you know, you can apply this to your Monte Carlo, your Cutlass, your Grand Prix, your regular Regal too. So enjoy.